We're seeing now Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, Daf Chof Tes Amud Aleph. The Mishnah starts Meshiven Shevachen. Sag the Mishnah, Meshiven Shevachen L'Tana Goylem V'Aba Asa. Rashi explains it means you make the chicken sit on the eggs. That means Meshiven Shevachen. That's how the egg can turn into a small chick. So you make sure the chicken is not always they after they lay the eggs they just go away. You put them. That's called meshivin shavachim l'tanagoy. You make sure they sit on the egg. Tanagoy l'shabarcha machzir eslam koima. If it was sitting already and then it ran away, it doesn't want to sit anymore. You can also turn it back to its place. They bring another chicken. Another halacha. Goy from mitachas ragel behema baba asa. There's sometimes a lot of dirt that piles up from animal. So what do you do with that? So if it's the 14th day, and again, they hear the Mishnah sounds, it means the whole 14th. So the tape before we were already discussing when Mishnah says about us, it means before Chatzos, after Chatzos. Here definitely sounds is talking about the whole 14th day. So the 14th day is not so chomer like Chol Hamoed. So you're allowed on the 14th day, you're allowed to take away the dirt and put it in a garbage. However, Chol Hamoed, you're not allowed to put it in the garbage can. You just put it in the side of the chatzir. A person is allowed to take things to fix. He has kelim means here usually begadim. He has to fix the begadim. He takes it to the uman, or he brings it. He fixed it already. He brings it back home. Even though he does not planning to wear it Chol Hamoed, he's allowed to bring and take back things from the uman. He goes on Meshivin Shavach. The din that you're allowed to place the chicken on the eggs is only Barba Aser. In Chol Hamoed is not. We can see that Chol Hamoed is more chomer than the 14th. You put it together with a zachar in the same room, and that they're going to do it without you have to do it with the poil. If you see something that she needs it, and you're allowed to do it, they titz on it. Shouldn't become sick. Other females, you just put them together, and they should do it without you actually doing the ma'aser. Makiz and dam la adam la behema b'moyed. You're allowed to do the refuah on moyed. And moyed refuah ma adam behema b'moyed. Tanagoy shabarcha mazino es no koyim. And Mishnah says that. So the Gemara explains vehein. When is this said? This halacha sheyachzeru shloish yom lemerid. It's within the 3 days, because the Gemara says after 3 days, it's not you're not going to accomplish anything. Another thing, only if it's already 3 days. So it's two things. If it's already sitting there 3 days, so it ruined already the egg, then it's a hefset. If not, it's not a hefset. That's number one. And then another thing, you're only allowed to do it if you can accomplish something. So if it took you more than 3 days to get it back, it's already anyway ruined. So first of all, you need to sit 3 days in order to make it a tzairich, and then you have to make sure that taka is going to work what you're doing. So you have to bring it back 3 days to its merida. Omer Rabbana, Masnita Omer Kain. It says Abba Asa Chamish Asa Amiktasayim Kikulai, because the Mishnah says you can anyway you're not allowed to be Moshe on Moed, right? So obviously, when would you Moshe the Tanagoy to the first place? You must have done it on the 14th day, because then the Mishnah says you're still allowed to do it. So Chol Hamoed, it's already 3 days because 14, 15, and 16. So we see from the Mishnah itself that only if it's at 3 days, then, because that's obvious, it must have been such a case, that's when you're allowed to bring it back, because then it's already ruined. No, who says, let's say on Yontiv, on Pesach, 15th day, it's sat on itself. It's only 2 days. So you don't see from the Mishnah, Dafkin, who says that you did it. Maybe it sat on its own. And it's only 2 days, and still the Mishnah says that you're allowed to do it. Anyway, it's not a rai, but we know anyway that only if it's sat 3 days, that's when the heter is, because then it's already ruined, and you don't want the egg is not edible anymore. That's why you're allowed to bring it back. Zevel sheba mavui, the zevel that's in the mavui, the zevel from the animals comes out, then you have to get rid of it. So what do? Masalka that's sad. You have to put it in the side. You're not allowed to take it out totally. You just shovel it to the side. That's already too much. The chotzer is not it's a place where people are more they eat there, they sit there, and also the refus is also in the chotzer, and it's not bad, very bad smell. That you're allowed to take out totally and put it in a special ashpa. It's a dung pile where they used to pile up all the dung. A small chutzner is going to smell up, so you're allowed to do it. If it's in a refes, in the actual place where the animals live, it's dangerous. They can maybe suffocate on their own excretion. So then you're allowed to take the ashpa, vula kasha, it's a very bad smell. So that's you're allowed to do, and this is l'chayre, I'm talking even the chalamayid here. Yeah, because these are things that it's very necessary. It's tzoyer gadol. Only thing that we say chalamayid is aser is the Mishnah says that go from misalkan tzdadim is talking about moed misalkan tzdadim is talking about the mavu, where it's not so important. Misalkish b'tzad. Yeah. Mishnah vayt. Shisha dvarim also anshi yerichai. 6 things they did. Ashloisha michu b'yadam. Agimel loy michu b'yadam. Eidish loy michu b'yadam. According to this shitta, everything was shalai b'tzayin chachamim, but the chachamim were not moich on the first 3 things. That's what Yishittas Rabbi Yehuda. The Gemara brings down, and Meir says that the first 3 were b'tzayin chachamim, and the last were not b'tzayin. Here, Rabbi Yehuda says no, everything was shalai b'tzayin chachamim. Because the first 3 they were not moich. They were moich, and then they were not moich. Eish shalai michu b'yadam. Like keeping the kolon kol hayoyim. They a whole day erev Pesach they made the palm trees, they set it up that they should grow a certain way. The Gemara says all kinds of methods to make sure it gets pollinated. What that means is needs beer. They set a certain way. Shema that they didn't. They well, left for the Gemara say exactly what they did. And they used to make it. It's awesome in the Torah to be. It says Reish Tetzirchem. They were koitzer from certain fields before the omer, before they brought the omer, and because they wanted to be ready. But the Gemara says it was from certain fields that you cannot bring the omer from, so that's why they had a heter to do it. So there were certain trees that their fathers were magdish, and now the new ones that came out fresh wood, they said that's not hegdish, and you can eat the branches that grew afterwards. Another halacha fell off Paris on Shabbos, let's say from a palm tree, they could not eat it because they said it's not muktzah. See the Gemara, what was this var? Not this was a very problem because you're not allowed to give payah for yerek. The lochi isn't the yerek is part of a payah. If you give it, it means that you mafki it from meiser because the only you get takes it doesn't take off meiser. And they gave payah for yerek, and that these 3 things of chomim were moichet. This is the end of Daf Chav Tes Amud Al.